Here in America, we all think we have the right to privacy. But let me tell you, with your social media and a lawsuit, sometimes that right doesn't apply.
Hi everyone, my name is Eric Mausner. This is my law partner Tom Graham. We are personal injury lawyers in Miami, Florida. Thanks for stopping by our channel where we talk about various cases, issues, news, and issues pertaining to personal injury law and the industry.
So in every case, it can be a shocking moment for our clients whenever they learn that they're potentially going to have to give up their social media posts and the defense is going to want to see what they put on there. Or maybe they're going to want to get photos and video from their vacation. And usually the defense already has this before they even ask. They go ahead and they get it pretty much early on. And sometimes it's effective, sometimes it backfires for the defense, but it's something that people are surprised to learn, that can be fair game. Whenever you are filing a lawsuit, putting your body at issue and your physical wellness and your injuries at issue in a lawsuit, the other side has a right to kind of look into that. Part of that is getting people's social media. And on the flip, we can get defendants' social media. We can get sometimes data off their phone, which has been critical in a couple of cases. So it's a powerful tool and something to be aware of. But kind of, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, as the saying goes. And, social media and cell phone data and information that's out there that wasn't there 20 years ago, I think is a big part of the game now.
The second you get in a car accident or a slip and fall or a boating accident, or the second you get injured and you report a claim to an insurance company, the insurance adjuster is looking at your social media. Someone from the insurance company is looking at your social media. Maybe it's even artificial technology now. Who knows? But the point is, your social media is tracked. They look at it. If your profiles are public, you better believe they're screenshotting it and screen recording it and ripping your photos and videos. This is fact. So if you are in a personal injury case, we always advise our clients, stay off your social media. In fact, before you sign our representation agreement, we actually have clients sign a form that says, stay off your social media and make sure your settings are private. Because the defense is going to look at this stuff and you have to turn it over. You cannot destroy evidence. But from the moment you are injured, you should stay off your social media. If you're going to claim a back injury, and you're going to testify that you can't go water skiing or play basketball or engage in a physical activity that you like to do, to tennis, whatever it is, and then you're on video doing that, your case is dead. It's over for you. You're going to get turned into a liar. So we always advise clients, stay off social media and tell the truth.
I think, one of the more unique ways that we have worked with getting this type of data that might seem sort of like impossible or deleted is in cases where we have actually gotten our client's phone or their old phone. And I can think particularly in a couple of like sexual abuse type cases, we got a client's old phone that they hadn't destroyed or gotten rid of. And we took that phone, we actually took it to forensic scientists, right? To these people that know how to like rip data off and get things that you would think was deleted. So for instance, if you think 5 years ago you deleted Facebook messages, we actually have worked with experts that have taken our clients' old phones. They will extract everything off that phone that's in there, and they'll be able to show us, here are deleted photographs, here are messages from Facebook between the assailant and the victim, here are all different sorts of data points. For instance, would you know you can even see when someone was logged on to a certain wireless internet at certain places in the history of a phone? It's pretty wild. And what we've been able to do is kind of turn it on defendants. You want to get pictures of our clients standing at the Grand Canyon? Cool. We want to get forensic data showing that your guy was where we said he was, and we want to show that he sent these types of sexually explicit messages to our client back in the day, and we have ways of doing that. So we've been able to get it off our own clients' phones just by having them give it to us. We send it to a laboratory, and it's almost like a CSI type thing. They get all the data. But what we've also done on a couple of cases, and I love doing this because I think it's highly effective and important, we will file motions to get the defendant's phone. If we think, for instance, someone was driving and looking at Facebook or driving on WhatsApp and they hit someone, we'll put a lot of pressure to try to get that phone, see what they were up to. And I've heard of cases, I'm not making this up, I've heard of cases where people are like watching porn and stuff and they wreck a truck. Horrible things like this. So I mean, it's a totally different landscape now that we have these capabilities and everyone's on their phone 24/7. So it's just something to be cognizant of. And I think the important takeaway is obviously be safe if you're driving, don't be on your phone. And for our clients, I think we do tell them like shy away from posting, making your life super public. But at the same time, we want you to enjoy your life, do your regular thing. I mean, we've seen really dumb examples of uses of social media where we'll be in a mediation and it'll be like our client standing on a beach in Mexico. It's like, yeah, they stood on a beach, they went on vacation. What do you expect? So a lot of people will ask, at what point am I going to be required to like give this up? When am I going to have to show what's going on? And that's usually in what's called the discovery process. So the defense will request it. And oftentimes it'll be something as simple as a request just for all posts about the incident or all posts about your physical condition. Or if you were in the hospital, a lot of people, especially of the older generation, they love to post when they're like in a hospital, like here I am today and this feeling this way, which is a nice way to tell everyone how you're doing. You'll have to give those. We can explain this to our client and usually get it and give the defense what they deserve and what they should see and keep some of the more private stuff out of the defense's eyes.
So after you've been in a personal injury case, no matter what kind it is, our advice is just to stay off social media altogether. Because even a photograph, let's say, of you at your birthday party or your mom's birthday party, sitting at a table, they're going to turn that and use that against you. They're going to argue that, oh, look, it looks like you're having a nice time. You're not that injured, right? Or even say, take, for example, you said earlier, staying at the Grand Canyon. They might start to argue like, well, were you hiking? Were you climbing? What kind of physical activities were you doing at the Grand Canyon? Even though you probably just maybe got out of your car and walked to the edge and took a photograph, which is something that most people can do even if they're injured, even if they're in pain, right? So anything you do on social media will be used against you. It's kind of like when you get arrested. Anything you say or do will be used against you in a court of law. Well, in a personal injury case, anything you put on social media is going to be used against you in your civil case or your insurance claim. So stay off completely and make sure your settings are private. All right, so now that you're staying off social media, let's transition to surveillance. A lot of people get worried. Is the insurance company or the defense attorney going to follow me? What do you think, Tom?
They are. They probably are. And maybe they already have. They love to do this. But a lot of times what they'll do is they will set you for what's called like a defense medical examination or an independent medical examination, even though it's not really independent. And so they know you're going to be going to this office building to be seen by their doctor at a certain time. So what they like to do is they will video you walking in, and then they'll follow your car that day to see if you go anywhere. They sometimes will sit outside of your house and wait to see if you cut the grass, and they'll take video and photo of that, or if you play with your kids. They'll sometimes follow you in the car. And I mean, they can go really deep. It's pretty wild, actually, what they'll do. But they are 100% able and they have a right to do surveillance on you. They oftentimes do. We've seen clients that have lied to us get caught on surveillance, and it's just devastating. It's the worst thing ever. So probably a theme in all of our videos is like you need to absolutely tell the truth and own it. And whether that's on social media or in your regular life, you need to just own it and be truthful. And basically, if you're truthful, you're okay. But if you start telling lies like I can't go shopping because I can't, lift a bottle of water into my car, they're gonna follow you. And if you say that and then they have video of you lifting 10 bottles of water into your car, you're dead in the water. We've seen this really bad. Like we've seen this explode in our face at trial when clients lie, and it's horrible. But if you're telling the truth, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, let me build on that. So there's a couple of people in life you don't want to lie to. Your doctor and your lawyer. Those are at least two people in your life. You don't want to lie to your doctors and you don't want to lie to your lawyers because we can help you. We can take the good facts and the bad facts. We need to know it all. Now, having said that, we're not trying to make you paranoid. If you have an open lawsuit or an open insurance claim, will the insurance company send out an investigator to follow you? Chances are probably not. They usually do it when they suspect fraud or they want to kill your case or heavily defend it. So we see it in cases where the other side doesn't like our client, or they suspect fraud, or that compulsory medical examination called the CME. We call it the CME. The defense calls it the IME, the independent medical examination. When you have a personal injury case, you have to submit yourself to a defense doctor who can confirm your injuries. If they suspect that you're malingering or lying or faking it, then they may send out video surveillance and catch you, and you won't You will not see this investigator. This is somebody that's going to be watching you from a football field away through a telescope,
One of those
camera.
long ones.
Yeah, they're going to be. You're not going to see them. They're going to catch you when you don't think, when you're not watching. But if you're honest and you're telling the truth, this is never something you need to worry about. If you lie and say you can't do something and then you're caught on video doing it, chances are your case is probably going to end there.
Gonna have some serious explaining to do, and it ain't good.
This is something you need to talk to your lawyer about. We always talk to our clients about this stuff when we're deep into litigation, and we talk about it at the outset of the case as well. So certainly talk to your lawyer about surveillance.
Well, if you've enjoyed today's discussion of surveillance, social media, and obtaining data in modern world, then please feel free to click join, follow us, drop a comment, reach out to Eric or I. We love to talk about this stuff. We love to help people, and that's what we do here at Mausner Graham Injury Law.